Hey guys, welcome back to the cabin. You're at that 1870s homestead. My name's Rachel. Todd's behind the camera. And we have thoroughly enjoyed the last few days, not filming much at all. But we thought we'd catch you up where we last left. A play day in the forest for us. Vacation usually looks like work. So we're right in front of the cabin. And this area, we cleared quite a bit, and let me show you the downstairs, because we've been posting a lot on Facebook and sharing our adventures with everyone, and we've seen all the amazing wildflower meadows that are growing everywhere, and so we want to bring a little bit more of that. We have a lot of wildflowers down at the riverbed, but not much up here. So we've cleared this space, and it was really just a bunch of debris, sticks and everything that fall from the big fir tree and oak tree, not fir, what do you call it, hemlock?
Hemlock, yeah.
Hemlock. And so it was just a bunch of debris, and we cleaned it up, bordered it nicely. Todd mowed it, shins bleeding and all from it kicking back sticks and rocks, but we hope one day this will be a nice prairie area, savanna at the cabin. But we still have dead fallen pine in there that we need to finish picking up before we move to another section. And today's the day I get to share with you guys my new surprise. I'm really excited. Did you guys have any guesses what it was going to be? Looky, looky. We have wood chips. Yes, we finally got a wood chipper, a shredder. And how many videos you guys have seen us cutting down trees and burning them. And we said the only way to make this possible is to really invest in a wood chipper. So let me show you what we got.
Cub Cadet CS3310 is what we ended up purchasing used on Facebook Marketplace. Has like an 11.5 horse motor, and it can accept trees through the little chute thing up to about 3 inches in diameter. If you try to go bigger than that, they won't fit. So it kind of prevents you from overfeeding the thing. Seems good on gas, starts right up, no problem with the choke when it's cold. When it's not cold, you don't need the choke. And it is loud, very, very loud. Hearing protection is a must. Made quite the pile. This is about half an hour today and maybe 2 hours a couple of days ago. So made a nice decent pile. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do with it yet here at the cabin. We don't have a garden here per se. We have a garden bed that we tried to plant garlic in one time and it just kind of didn't do anything. But still 3 years now maybe 4 years later, there's still garlic that comes up every year. So we still have these logs over here to do, which are too big to fit through. They're also firewood, so we're gonna cut that up. It's pine, so it's not good to burn in the wood stove in the house, but we burn it out at our campfire. So we'll get that bucked up, get that in the wheelbarrow, get it hauled over there. And Rachel is still down there, cutting stuff. So, yeah, let me get the little Milwaukee saw I've been using at home lately, and I brought it up this trip. This is like let me hold the camera straight. Milwaukee battery powered 14-inch chainsaw. I'm loving it so far. Is there any negatives about it that I don't like? Only one so far, and it's nitpicky in that the kerf, so the angle, the thickness of the blade. The thickness of the blade is not very thick compared to some of my other gas-powered saws, which can be good because you can cut faster through certain things because you're not removing such a big, wide section of wood. However, it seems a little flimsy. Like if you get it binded in some wood, I think you could probably bend it pretty easy. So some other new exciting things will be happening at the cabin soon. We've been talking a lot this weekend about our trip. This is probably the longest we've ever stayed here. And I have some weak spots. We need to account better for aging in place. So we're gonna be making some changes soon. Maybe we'll talk about it in this video. If we don't, we'll definitely bring you along when we work on things around here. So, hi, holding up.
It's a hot one.
It is today. Hot. It has been a hot trip to the cabin. Most days have been 90.
Yeah, but it cools off at 60 in the evenings, just in time for bed.
So open the windows and we're comfortable. But I was teasing them a little bit earlier in the video about changes coming to the cabin. Do you want to share with them what we plan on doing?
Might as well, because we might get some good insight and tips.
So I told them basically that like we've taken a lot of short trips to the cabin, but never any long trips to the cabin. And on this trip, we quickly realized aging in place is going to be an issue for the way we live our lives here at the cabin. Yeah.
And I think we've known that.
Yeah.
But it was just like, okay, this is becoming a priority.
Let's tough it out. Let's tough it out. The problem being water. And not so much drinking water, because we have 5-gallon jugs we bring up to drink water from, or just bottled water sometimes. It's shower water. And
dishes, water.
Water to do dishes. And right now, what we've been doing for the last 8 years, since 2015 when we bought the cabin, 5-gallon buckets. We walk 165 vertical feet downhill to the river. We harvest the water. We bring it up. We heat it up in that turkey fryer, and we take showers and we do dishes with it. It's been okay, but on a 3-day weekend to go down and get water is not a big deal.
But
day 6, day 7, day 8, it's like, okay, this is really starting to suck. So we plan on adding water of some sort to the cabin. I've always talked about doing rainwater catchment.
I'm not a fan of that unless it's major filtration.
So I think what we're going to do is start hauling water from home. We have at home on our homestead, we have municipal city water. We don't have a well, so we have good water, and we have a pickup truck. So we can haul up 35 gallons at a time, store it in some kind of tank here, whether it be above ground, below ground, and then create in the beginning probably a pretty rudimentary plumbing system. You know, at least something out here to the deck so we can fill our buckets to take showers, maybe eventually feed it to the kitchen sink.
And then maybe a small type hot water heater that could run off solar. Propane, whatever. And so that we could have like plumbed showers. That would be
on-demand hot water. That'd be pretty sweet. The only thing is, with like every time we come, we got to bring water with us until we get a nice...
And then probably, too, draining the tank in the winter. So
Yep.
there would be a little bit more from a winterizing the cabin perspective. But 2 things. I think we would find our evenings at the cabin much more pleasurable without having to, like, because he was saying we got to start going to get our water earlier in the day before we're exhausted and we want to take a shower.
Exactly.
And so our evenings would be more pleasurable, and guests that aren't real thrilled about using river water would appreciate it.
Yeah. So I kind of have a plan in my head of how to do all this and make it happen.
Yeah, but if you guys have any recommendations, like we watch tons of off-grid channels, so we have lots of inspiration, but if there's something that you really found was a super successful implementation for something that we're talking about, it doesn't have to be big, like 55 gallons at a time to 100 gallons, I don't know, not huge.
Yeah, we plan on starting with an IBC tote. So we know algae is going to be an issue if it's exposed to sunlight, different things like that. If you have solutions or you've seen videos where people did something clever, let us know what they did. Share it, send us a link, post it down in the comments.
Yep, for sure. But that is the next big project.
Memorial Day weekend, I don't remember how many years ago, 3 is my guess, maybe 4 years ago. We were up here just like we are today. It's time to take showers, so we grabbed our 5-gallon buckets. We walked onto the river, and it looked really weird. It was like green, like not algae green, almost like fluorescent green.
Like when they dyed the Chicago River for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, like the Green River in Chicago. And we're like, that's weird. It doesn't smell or anything. It doesn't feel weird. So we're like, all right, well, let's get our water. So we got our water. We hauled it back up here.
I put bleach in mine.
You put bleach in yours.
Yeah.
I did not.
I was like, I don't know what this is, but I'm bleaching it.
Yeah, heated up on the turkey fryer, went and took our showers. Like, okay, I guess we're good. Whatever that was. Later that evening, I'm sitting here flipping through my phone. I'm like, what the heck could that have been? It turns out it was added by the DNR or the U.S. Forest Service, one of the two. It's lamprey poison. So lamprey is those little fish. You see them on the bottoms of sharks that like attach on and suck their blood. There's lampreys in this river and they feed on the salmon. So in order to protect the salmon, they put lamprey poison way, way, way upstream and let it flow down the river. And we took showers in lamprey poison water one time.
Not a funny story.
Yeah, I guess not funny, but
in hindsight, all the more reason to get a water situation.
Yeah.
So the last time you guys were with us, we made all these slash piles, and I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And normally what we've been doing for those that are new here is we'll make those, and then each trip we'll try to burn through a couple of them. But because we're in this burn ban, I'm asking Todd, should we just mulch through these? Plus we're in the shade. And whatever, like these big pieces, we'll just keep adding to our campfire wood. And wasn't my plan. My plan was to keep working up the driveway, clearing the driveway, because it's kind of messy when you drive in from all this dead pine. But stick around till the end, because I will go back and show you. We did a little bit more down at the bottom, and you can really see what it's turning into, and it's becoming quite nice. You can start seeing the forest through the trees. So here's the thing. I feel like saying like Eric from Simple Living Alaska. I'm not gonna lie, but he usually says that when he says something good.
Yeah, this is the best burger I've ever had. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I hate that thing. I hate it. I want to put it up for sale right now. And I would much rather chop and drag leaves for trees for acres to burn it than that thing. That's how much I hate it. It is painful. It is vicious. It is forceful. It was supposed to, you guys don't understand, driving up here, I had visions of grandeur, me pulling that thing through the woods and just spending a lovely time.
Next time we come, we'll bring the four-wheeler and we'll hook it up and we'll just drive around.
And it was just going to be simple. It was supposed to be simple. Nothing about that was simple.
Well,
it was hard.
Starting it is easy.
Starting it is easy.
It starts on the first pull every single time.
I think it's a great leaf shredder, like leaf and twigs.
Leaf and twigs, green branches are much better, I found. Like when you were cutting green pines and we were feeding something on me.
Oh, hey.
Like a black lightning bug. Like green pines that are like 2 inches or bigger, they just go right through.
Oh, really?
Anything dead that's solid and dry just vibrates.
Oh,
like even the tiniest twig trying to put it through there just like vibrates. And then it gets stuck and you gotta pull it back out and you gotta shove it back in.
I hate to complain, but honestly, I wanted this to be the best joyful story. And the fact is it's not what I wanted. And I think I tried to get off relatively budget friendly. And so this one doesn't have like the automatic feeder. You have to push things in it. And I didn't understand, having never used one, the difference that would make. And so if we were to buy a proper wood chipper that has something automatic capability to
Automatic feed, so you just stick the branch in and it grabs it and sucks it in.
Maybe that would be different. But I'm never using it again, just to be honest. I have no intention on ever touching that thing again.
And we paid $500 for it.
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
I think it retails for
$800
brand new.
So, yeah, I think when we get home, we'll just put it out by the road with a for sale sign. And we got through one burn pile with the pieces that are more than 3 inches ready to cut up for firewood. But I have no plans to do the other 4 burn piles ready. That's just the truth.
Yeah. Disappointing.
Disappointing for sure.
But, yeah.
I can't find any positive. I looked for one.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to go have lunch and feed our misery.
And my hands are still vibrating from that thing.
I've got cuts and, ugh.